I'm already out of salad dressing slash vinaigrette. Well, as much as I enjoy having salads with this flavor here, lemon and garlic, the truth is I want to do something a little bit different today. And because of that, I'm just going to tell you, welcome to yet another edition of the Wanayuki Cheese Cafe. Salad dressings you see come in a whole variety of flavors. Like you got your classics, your creamy Caesar, you got your ranch dressing, you got Italian dressing, which, fun fact, the origin of Italian dressing is actually not from Italy, but from the northeast of the United States. It's really an American creation, so something you can keep in mind. It's not legit Italian. But anyways, I am here because I want to show a brand new recipe and taking me back to when I was a kid and I was trying to do some salad dressings on my own, because let's face it, if you have olive oil, lemon juice, basic seasonings, then you can definitely put that together yourself. Small quantities and awesome stuff, and we're going to show you how to do this today. Before we get to that, here's my suggestion as well. Click that subscribe button below and put your notification bell to on, because that way you're going to get a pop-up for on your phone that there's a new video ready for viewing whenever I do a new one. Oh, and of course, like this video ahead of time, because the more likes I get, the more I'm promoted across YouTube. Now, let's jump right into this. So once again, when I was growing up, I think I was looking up a couple of recipes on my own to see how I could make my own salad dressing, and there's a lot of stuff that you could find that gives you a very basic vinaigrette that goes pretty easily. I remember I had a friend of mine who told me once that salad dressings could just be like part olive oil, part balsamic vinegar, and part whatever else you want to do. And that can be true to an extent if that's your flavor, but I know not everyone's going to be into balsamic vinegar. So what I think I'm going to do is just work on the most basic one, which is something that's 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to have already in your pantry. So first ingredient is going to be some regular olive oil. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, and this is one you might want to be careful with, because I've had some experiences lately where when it gets cold, the olive oil kind of congeals into something that's a bit more solid, so it does struggle a little bit at times. But the easiest solution I could think of is warm the stuff up and then you're going to be fine. It'll become a little bit more liquidy again. It just takes time to get out of here. And once again, olive oil is one of the best inventions you'll find on the planet. The reality is you also got to have some kind of fat in your diet, and you know they'll always say as you get older that you should get your fat more from nuts, olive oils, and maybe some avocado oil, butter, margarine. You know, you might want to avoid that because, well, for saturated fats, obviously. But either way, this stuff is awesome. And if you're going to be like around the Mediterranean, if you're going to be around Spain, so it's a pretty good chance that you'll be using this in all of your cooking. Even I think I've heard if you go to Italy and you want to get a salad, most of the time you're not even going to get a dressing there. It's just a whole bunch of olive oils that you'll have on the side for that. Interesting enough. Anyways, now they have this out of the way, next thing I'm going to do is use something else. Recipe that I found said that you can use lemon juice or use a freshly squeezed lemon, so that is one option. But I don't want to do something a little bit different, and they say there's an alternate ingredient you can use, and it's red wine vinegar. It's going to be a bit tangy, and it's not something I use very often in my cooking, but on occasion I do like to use it. When was the first time that I used this stuff? Oh right, yeah, that episode. So I think it was like June or July 2022 when I made a bavette steak on the grill and tried to do Monte Carlo potatoes for the first time, and that ended up being a failure for me. But in case you do want to see my failure and me goofing around the yard, I'm gonna put a card in the top right corner for you to watch, because I think everyone loves watching me make a fool of myself on camera. Anyways, that's those liquids, and then the next one I'm gonna use is gonna be Dijon mustard. And I think that Dijon is one of those ingredients that I used before when I was a teenager trying to make my own salad dressing, so it's kind of giving me flashbacks. And for this one, you only need around 1 teaspoon worth of it, so nothing major. Because I guess the idea is that you're going to mix this in and kind of thicken up the olive oil. Something else that I love with this, Dijon. Oh yeah, if you want, I'll put a card in the top right corner for you to one of my many other grilling episodes I've done, because Dijon mustard, olive oil, that's a basic marinade that I do whenever I do a steak like an anglaise / hanger steak or bavette / flat meat steak, because that's pretty awesome. Basic, lots of flavor, and it gets a nice crust as it burns. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I guess go for some seasoning. We're not gonna do anything fancy, it's just 1/2 teaspoon of salt. They say you could use kosher salt or other kinds of salt, but once again, I'm only gonna be using regular table salt, just because it's the only thing that I have over here in the kitchen, except for pickling salt. But I guess pickling salt I'm gonna reserve for the next time I'm gonna be doing some pickling. Right, next is gonna be some pepper. You could use fresh peppercorns, but I have like already ground up a black fine pepper, so I'm just gonna use that. And not too much. We're gonna be talking like 1/2 teaspoon worth. Except this thing seems to be sticking a little bit, so that means that there must be some other kind of adhesive on that's preventing me from shaking it all off. And unlike my last seasoning episode, when I did the, what was it again? Okay, I'm actually drawing a blank for what the last seasoning episode was, so I'm just gonna put a card in the top right corner for you to watch that one, and then we'll jog my memory. Basically, I was using black pepper, but I made the mistake of sniffing it, and kind of had an itchy nose for the rest of the time. There. So that's pretty much almost all of your ingredients here. Oh wait, there's one more left to do, but I need to get some more utensils, so give me 1 second. Okay, that's everything here. Yeah, this time I'm doing okay with my microphone. Assuming that you already knew that I had problems with my microphone, so we're not going to draw attention to anything like that, because that didn't happen. Damn it, how are you not gripping? Why I record while I'm goofing around on camera, I don't know, because I feel like it's an insurance policy against me. So I'll just move along. The last ingredient that I needed is going to be some fresh garlic. You can actually also use garlic powder, like maybe the equivalent of 1/2 teaspoon for flavoring, but considering I usually have a decent amount of garlic at home, because I use it a lot in my cooking, I figured let's just use that. I might be running low, but I know that I'm kind of due to go buy a few more bulbs of garlic, so that's a moot point. This is going to be going to good use. So I'll just peel this off, and I will compost that afterwards. Composting you could do for this, but I think I remember seeing online once that you can actually take your garlic skins after you peel them off, store them away, bake them, and then grind it up, and apparently you can make a really good garlic powder out of that. So it just goes to show that just when you think you could throw out everything, the reality is that you can actually reuse your resources for stuff. Garlic peel for making garlic powder. Even like I say, a lot of peels on vegetables and stuff you can actually eat, because they got a lot of fiber and nutrients, but everyone's gonna throw it out. But it's all up to you. That's just my preference. Now, got that all peeled up, so I'm just gonna mince it up. And if you don't feel like mincing this, you can always use a garlic press instead, but this is gonna be fine too. And you really just want the equivalent of 1 clove, maybe 2, like almost 1/2 teaspoon worth for flavoring. So I'm just gonna give this a cut. There, that's all cut up. And the next thing I'm gonna do, well, first I'm just gonna clear this off. Oop, lost a piece. And once you're done, you are just gonna put this in the jar to mix in, and then you have all of your ingredients to do a basic salad dressing. And I'm kind of realizing too that even though I didn't directly sniff the black pepper, I am kind of feeling a bit sneezy. So once again, regrets all around. Oh well, what can you do? I guess the only thing I should worry about now is getting this all mixed up. So you have plenty of options. You can either mix it all up with a whisk, spoon, or if you have a really airtight jar, you can just shake this up again. But I do a lot of shaking with my stuff, and I don't really feel like looking like a fool now. So this is gonna look pretty nice. There. So there you have it. What you got over here now is your own basic salad dressing that you can use with anything. Of course, these are all just basic seasonings. You could also use some of your other seasoning mixes like Italian seasoning, Greek salad seasoning, and etc. Throw it in here, you're gonna get some nice flavor. Oh, actually, Italian seasoning is pretty nice, so I'm gonna put a card in the top right corner for that particular episode, which actually wasn't too far ago. But when I'm looking at the texture of this, it is kind of making me think, it reminds me of the texture of this dressing that I buy. It's like a lemon garlic vinaigrette that's pretty awesome. Similar ingredients, but this one, it's all fresh. Now, you could store this away and it's gonna be good for around 7 days, give or take, allegedly, because as long as it doesn't smell rancid, then you're gonna be fine. You may have to mix it again because just like a lot of other dressings, your garlic, your seasoning, it's all gonna sink to the bottom. So you will have to give it a shake so it's all even and uniform. And there we go. We got ourselves a nice salad dressing, like I says. And that's gonna be a wrap. We're making this a nice shorter episode today because I don't wanna go too far. I'm gonna save my long ones for the next wander that I do within the city. Where's that gonna be? Who knows? Time will tell. Or I guess that will let me know where to go. But thanks for watching this latest edition of the Wanayuki Cheese Cafe. So once again, if you like what you see, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy my antics, my preparations, etc. And if you have any ideas for future episodes, leave in the comments and I'll see what I could do. Could be something I can make at home, something I can showcase for music, videos, video games, a hobby, or somewhere within the city when I'm doing a wander. Give it to me, just let me have it. Anyways, take care everyone and see you next time. Can't wait to make this stuff. Oh, damn black pepper, it's starting to hit me now.